Okay, I'm right back. I'm back now. Now, hopefully, this just kind of picked up where it left. But ultra low latency was already picked. Okay, so I can see the boat is in fact moving. Okay, so wave amplitude. I'm guessing that's how strong the waves are. So let's pump that up to 5 point. Yeah. Okay, that might be a little strong, but okay, let's do 0.25. I mean, that's not bad. That's actually really good. Yeah, the boat's moving. So actually, what if we are you still there, Matthew? What if we increase the wave frequency? Let's make it 5. Yeah. Okay. I like this a lot because it is very simple. So if we increase it to 2.5. Okay, that's actually really good. I'm seeing if Matthew's back on. Oh, Razman is here. Whoa. It's the Razman, the Singleton Razman is here, is back in the house. How you doing, Razman? It's good to see you. Okay. So, okay. I mean, honestly, like I said, we still have to fix the boat. The boat needs to, well, it's dark. I can't really tell where it is. I think it's floating above the water. Okay, we got to fix that. That's something to fix. Well, let's see. Okay, what about if we change water level? Okay, yeah. So, so, so that yeah, no. Let's bring the water back. Yep. Okay, come on back down. All right, come on back. All right, I think it's falling. Okay, so let's make more subtle, gentle changes, right? We have to treat the boat floating. We have to treat it kind of like a woman, right? Like you can't go in too fast and too aggressive. They don't like that unless you've already primed them a little bit. So you gotta start off very gentle and with that romantic crap that they love. Like I mean, it's you got to deal with it. Like we all have to deal with it. It sucks, but it's how it works. And then but then you can get to the good stuff. Okay, so all right. So let me see. Is it water? Let's decrease the water level a little bit. Like let's go to 0.5. Okay, that doesn't. Negative 0.5 is what I meant. Okay, now well, -1, -2, -4. Okay. All right. -5. I mean, we're getting there. Yeah. I mean, I think this is really good, right? My buddy's calling me, but I'll call him back later. Okay. So what else did we want to change? We wanted to change the wave amplitude. I think we can make the water a little rougher if we go to let's go to 0.3. Let's go to, just for giggles, let's go to 1.3. So that's our, I mean, that's kind of a rough ocean. Like if your boat's doing that, you probably have concerns. But let's go to 0.5. That's wave amplitude. So that's how high the boat is going to bob. Okay. And then the wave frequency, we can increase that. That's a little much. I mean, I think this is good. Okay, so this is actually okay. This is actually really okay. So wait, this is shit. I gotta write this down because it's not going to save it because I course. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that. Okay, so this is -5.510, which might be have something to do with it launching off. Um, zero point 0.1, 0.5, and 2. All right, I had to write that down. I wonder, does the float force, well, let's look at the code because the code is actually pretty simple. So we have a float force, upward force vector times float force times displacement. Displacement equals the water height. So, okay, so the water height minus the position is the displacement. And then the force, you're directing an upward force depending on how displaced the boat starts. So actually, if we start the boat at the water level, which is negative 5.5, well, let's test that theory first before. I was going to say if you start the boat, if I move the boat to negative 5.5, then because I basically want this upward force to be, well, no, I want this modification of it to be 0, I think. And then the next line is very physicsy. I have a degree in mathematics, humble brag, because if you're going to brag about anything, bragging about a bachelor's in mathematics is definitely something to brag about. There is I would say that there's always been a bit of a rivalry between mathematicians and physicists, right? Like, of like which one is better, which field of study is better. And I've always thought that it was kind of a silly rivalry because mathematics is obviously better, but to each their own. So this line here is very physicsy. Physicsy. I don't like it, but I think maybe we just, this is going to be less and less force as it gets closer to the water. Maybe let's start. Okay, let's stop this. All right. Okay, so the water level, we had negative 5.5. This is 10. I'm going to change this to 2 just for the heck of it. Dampening was 0.1. This was 0.5. And then this is 2. I heard the chime. I don't see the message, though. I heard the chime, but I don't see the message. The chime, of course, saying somebody wrote me a message, but I don't see it. That's weird. See, I'll show you. This is all I see. All I see is Razman's message. Like, that's the only message I see. Let me look at the actual stream and see. Okay. No. Okay. Maybe it was a phantom chime. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a phantom chime. Okay. So we've reduced the float. So I'm guessing it's going to shoot up less. The goal is basically we want that factor to basically be 1. I see the message in Streamlabs chat box, but not in this stream. Well, now I see the messages. Okay. Let me see. All right. That's perfect. Like that, okay. I mean, that is nearly perfect. That didn't shoot up at all. I think the hole is the front and the keel is the back, right? Isn't that correct? What part of a boat is the hole in the keel? A boat's keel is the very bottom and runs from the bow to the stem. Okay. Well, what about the hull? The hull is the main structure. Okay. All right. I was completely wrong. But I think the front of the boat is, it's a little too close to the water. And I think that can probably be fixed with the placement of the front floating points. So if we go there, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this as it's running. So let's go here. Let's go here. All right. And then, okay. So we want front and front. They should be aligned. And then I want to move them both down a little bit, I think. Just a little, not too much. Let's try that. Let's see if that brings the front of the boat. Surely the front of the boat has a stupid boat name. The bow. Okay. The anatomy of a boat. Okay. Okay. So the bow and the stern is the rear. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's look at this. I think that did improve it. I think it could be maybe improved a little bit more. And I think maybe even the back of the boat could be in the water a little bit more. So let's try again. So I'm going to move these down a little bit, not too much, right? And then I want to move the ones in the back. I want to move those up a little bit. Wait, what? Okay, wait. Why did it? Okay, let's try this. Honestly, I think going back to the simple script was the thing to do. Like that was the right call. Like the scripts were getting more and more like they were like I was seeing variables called spring force and let me see where's the one script? But there was just like a lot of physics terms and I don't want to deal with that. No. I think that's really good. Okay, I think the back is maybe a little okay. Like now it's lopsided, right? But I think boats for the most part kind of do that, don't they? They kind of. Although it does look like the water is inside the boat now. That is problematic. Okay. All right. Okay. I am going to do two things. I'm going to disable the day-night script because I want it to just be day. I want to be able to see things. Is this going to work? Is that going to allow me to see? I'll have to look. I probably let me see. Is David? Huh? I just remembered. Oh shit! I was supposed to go to Target and I forgot to go to Target. Fuck! I got to go to Target. I've got a few days to go still. Okay, there is more light. I don't know that it's necessarily easier to see. Okay, so what are we? How are we going to do this? Okay, so the points in the back, we need to push those down a little bit. I think the points in the front are fine. So we have float point, rear left, rear right. So we want to push these down a little bit. Down just a tad. Okay. I'll try that. All right. Okay, let's look at this. Okay. We need to figure something out about the water. Unless we want the boat sitting out of the water, like really high up. Like this feels like a pretty good level for the water to be sitting out. Like this feels like a good level. I'm sorry, for the boat to be in the water, right? Like this looks pretty close to like what I would expect to see in real life of a boat this size. Of course, I want to just brighten it up. God damn it. Oh, wait. I just want to brighten the scene. I would really, Matthew, here's something. Here's something you could work on, Matthew. And I know you could probably do this in 10 minutes. I would love a toggle, whether it's disabling your day-night cycle and enabling something else, whatever it is. But I would love a toggle where we can have like the fog in the nighttime that we want, but I could click a button and then that goes away and it's just bright. Like it like doesn't have to have any like fog or clouds or anything, just bright so that we can see what we're doing. Like I would love that. And maybe once I figure this boat thing out, maybe I'll explore that option next. Okay, so this is that the water in the boat? Is that what that is? Let's see. Boat. No, it's not. Okay, so we can undo that. All right. Let's look at it. Okay, let me bring it. I want to bring it a little bit closer to the pier. This is a poor man's pier. It's literally just road that I had already drawn on the scene, and that was sticking into the water. Matthew is saying I gotta make the chat box wider, and it's not letting me. It's literally not letting me make the chat box wider. What if I do this? And then I do this. And then I do this. Ha ha ha. Oh, I gotta make it a little thinner. Okay. All right. I should be fine. Okay. When the game time controller disables, it should reset to a specific state, usually daytime, but it might have messed up since importing. Well, that specific state that it resets to, where is that controlled? Like, is it controlled or is it just some default? Yeah, that would be helpful to know. Okay. All right, so let's see. Oh, and here's the other thing. I am able to jump through the boat. I'm not standing on the boat. I want to be standing on the boat. What do I have to do to be standing on the boat? Like, does it need a collider? Let me see. It has a rigid body, but it does not have a collider. So I guess I need to add a collider. I'm going to add, I think, a mesh collider. I don't know if any of these settings necessarily need to change, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. Quick, inexpensive is mesh. Yeah. What would be inexpensive? A box, but then I wouldn't be able... I guess I could have a box that's literally just on the floor. But let's see. Manually placing box colliders. Ugh. Okay, I can jump. Let's see if that works. Okay, I think it kind of works, but why am I not moving with the boat? I should be moving with the boat, right? And let me see. Oh, I don't think I was standing in the boat. I think I was just standing on the ground. So actually, I don't think I was even standing on the boat. Huh. Okay, I need to remember that I need to add the mesh collider to the... Oh, I did add it there. Okay. Let's disable that. Let's add a box collider. And then there's the box collider. I understand it's just kind of just doing the extremes of the model, and it's just making a box around that. But I think we can probably lower it a little bit. So let's see. Size. We want to reduce the Y. So let's cut it in half. Let's try 4. Okay. And then we want to bring it down a little bit. Can I use these? Oh, that's the whole boat. Is there no way to use the arrow for the collider? I guess not. Okay. We can, let's just do negative 0.1. 5. Okay. 8. Okay. Let's stick with that for now. It's not perfect, but let's try that. Okay. Click the Edit Collider button for that. Where does this Edit Collider button exist? Is that what that is? Oh, I was always wondering what that was. Okay, I'll try that in a second. Okay, let's see. Am I moving? Yes, I am moving. I am definitely moving. Let's confirm that by looking at my own coordinates in the scene. And they should be changing. Yes, the Y is changing. And yeah, if I zoom in, I can see that I am in fact moving. Now, it's a little scary because there's water in the boat. I'm not sure how we're going to address that. But, I mean, other than just having the water, other than having the boat sit further out of the water, right? Like, we can go to the boat and, boat float script. So we can just modify the water level, right? So maybe we make it 4. Still some water in there. Okay, what about 3? Okay. Okay, there's still a little water. So what if we make it 3, make it 3 even? That's still a little bit. What does the dampening do? I mean, that's pretty close, right? With a water level of -3, that's it, and it seems to actually be okay once the boat kind of settles, and we can turn the amplitude down a little bit, so the boat's not going to move as much. We can decrease the wave frequency too. So let's see. So this is wave frequency. Wave frequency has gone to 1.5, and then I change the amplitude to 0.4. Water level is -3. Okay, I think that is fairly good. I think the scale of the boat I think the boat might be a little too big. Let's mess with that a little bit. Let's do 0.9. Okay, I think I'm just going to start this over. Okay, I just went well. I just like okay. So let me see. So if I change, okay. So if I do the okay. What I'll do is I'll modify the scale here first, and then if I find a good one, then I will I'll do the thing that I'll modify the scale factor is what I'll do. Okay, so water level. Did I only modify it in the scene? I must have. Okay. Water level is -3. Float force was 10, I think. At least that's what I have written down. This was 0.1. Amplitude is 0.4, and frequency is 1.5. Okay. Now these values actually may not carry over, so I could do, can I do copy component? And then if I go back to the scene, well, let's see if those values, yeah, they didn't carry over. So I guess we can just do paste component values. Okay. All right. So we have the scale of 0.9. I'm not in play mode. Not right now. Okay. I went out earlier and I was thinking about this when I was out, and I was literally like, I should just go back to the original script because it was easier. Okay. I think the water level, it needs to be a little, the water level of the boat needs to be a little lower. Like, let's try -3.5. Let's keep going. Let's go to 4. Oh God, I got to do something. I got to do something about the light. I can't see. What if I turn mine on? You have lighting disabled in the scene view. Do I? Oh, is that one of these buttons? Toggle. Is it one of these drop downs? Shaded draw mode. Okay. All right. Easy. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I can see. There we go. That's even better. Okay, I've really messed things up. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's select play. I know it's not going to look like that when I play. Or will it? Maybe it will. If it does, that's fine. As long as I can do... Like, I don't mind, like, having to disable the day-night controller and then enable the sun, and then when I'm ready to, like, see what it's going to look like in like, you know, in the real world, intensity. Okay, so the intensity is... Okay, so I can do this, and then I can do this. I guess that's good. Okay, so let me see. So this is like floating. Can't really see the water. Yeah, it's floating. I think it's a little too high. Right? It should be so we got to increase this. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let me go over here. Okay, so that's a water level of 3.9. Negative 3.9. Okay, and then if I jump on the boat. Okay, and then I wanted to look at this to see the scale. I think that's pretty close. It's still, the boat's still a little too big. I think maybe we try a scale. Let's go down another 10%. Oh, I'm not falling between the seats because I have a box collider. Okay. Okay, I think that's really good. I mean, I feel like we could even take this down to 0.75, honestly. Yeah. Actually, we could maybe even bring it up a tad. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's probably as good as we're going to get it. Maybe. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough. Let's go back to 0. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go to 0.75. So if I understand this correctly, what I can do is I can take the scale and I can go 1, 1, 1. And then I can go to the model on this, I think. And then the scale factor here. Whoa, I had it at 2. Whoa. Whoa. Now my world is just blown. Let's try 0.75. And then this is going to ask me to like save or something like that. Doesn't it? If I go to... Okay, there it is. Okay, so save that. Okay. I think I screwed this up. Okay. All All right. So I have rightly screwed this up. Oh, like the engine's on the end. Oh my God. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. I got to go back to the model. I'm going to, okay. Okay. This is dumb. This is dumb. Okay. So 2. And then on the prefab, okay, I'm trying to be like Matthew and have my scale be all ones. Okay, so that's the prefab. Now let's look at the one in the scene. The scale is all ones. And then now I think I can go to the model, to the boat, and change this scale. Okay, because that looks big. So what did I say? I wanted to take it. Well, I wanted to say 0.75, but then if it was double, it would actually be 1.5, right? Okay, let's see how that looks. I got a notification this morning from my calendar that today is my 15-year anniversary for my job. 15 years ago today, I started working there. 15 years ago today. So just think about that. Okay. All right. That actually looks good. That actually looks good. I think we have some things to clean up in the beginning. Okay. So I want to move it closer to the dock, to this poor man's dock we have. All right. So we got this. Okay. Let's just, okay. Where are my arrows? Oh, they're right here. Okay. And then okay, let's look. Just ordered some food from Smashville. Is that a smash burger place? There was this place in Cape Town. What the hell was it called? Now I'm gonna have to look at it. It was called like Squash or something, or like it's going to drive me nuts. I need to know. I need to know. But there was a smash burger place in Cape Town that I had to stop myself from going to because the burger was so good. It was just so good, and the fries were actually really good too. And I would just go there like 3 times a week, and I had to stop. Like if it was up to me, I would have gone there every fucking day. But no, not so. I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay, so let me see. It's Sea Point. It's going to be somewhere around here. Let's see. That's Clifton. Clifton 2. Where the hell Sea Point? Sea Point Pavilion. So it's right here. Okay, there's the spa I would go to, which means the restaurant, the burger place was on right there. Brash. Oh my God. Such a good smash burger. Such a good smash. Such a good smash burger. Okay, so how does this look? It's not bad, honestly. I mean, I do think it could be a little lower. So I can't remember which was which. 3.5? Yeah. Like, that's actually really good. Okay, so I got to remember 3.5. Okay, so water level 3.5. Okay, so yeah. So let me actually take, let me just to, okay. -3. Okay, so this needs to be 3.5. -3.5. 10, 1, 4, 15. 10, 1, 4, 15. 10, 1, 4, 15. Okay. All right. But for some reason, it did not carry over. Why not? Did it get out of sync? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why the boat here. So I guess what we can do, let's just disable this one and bring another one back. All right. And then we can turn it around. And let's see how that does. Local prefab changes won't be overridden if you edit the base prefab. Local prefab changes won't be overwritten if you edit. I thought they were. I thought that was the whole point of the prefab. If you make a change on the refab, right click boat float, then it revert. It should then match the base prefab. Okay, so that's a nice little hack. Okay, I can't see the water level. Oh, is it floating? It's floating above the water. It's the Jesus boat. Okay. 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 But it looked good. Why did I say it looked good though? Let me see. I mean, well, no, I mean, I guess it's hard to say. When you're above it, it's difficult to know, I guess. Okay. So let's get back in the water. But we got to be above the water. Okay, we can kind of make out the water line. So no. -4.8. Okay, let's go look at this up here. I'm going to order some food in a minute. I think that's okay, right? Because it has the engine in the back and boats, so it's going to be heavier in the back. So, of course, it's going to tilt up a little bit. Matthew says, so you can have the base prefab, have 2 copies of it in the scene and modify the specific values to test. Those specific values will stay if you put it in change base. Looks good. Okay. So this is -4.8, 10, 0.1, 0.4, and 1.5. So I'm going to try Matthew's hack. So let's see. I guess it won't really. Oh wait, let's delete this one. Let's re-enable this one. But let's go to the prefab, and then we'll modify the values here. So we have -4.8, 10, 1, 4, and 1.5. So now I've modified those, and then Matthew was saying if I click on this and go to revert. I see that's selection. Find. Is it one of these? Replace and keep overrides? Replace sounds like it. No, that's something different. Where is this magical revert? Right click boat float. Oh, the boat float component. Reset. Revert. Modified component. Okay, so revert. There we go. Oh, so is there any way to do that revert on the entire thing? On the entire prefab as opposed to just a component? I guess you could just do it one component at a time, but oh, so I can lock. I kind of like that I can lock. I kind of like that I can lock that. That I can lock the settings. I kind of like that. Okay. So now what we can do? Okay, I think that looks good. I think that looks good. So wait, can I make can I make changes? It looked like there was an option here for so let me see. If I go to the box collider, I'm just going to make a random change. Let me say like just that. So okay, wait. I got to exit out of play mode. Okay. So if I come to this there, and then now can I modified component? So, okay, so I can take the changes from the scene, from the one in the scene, and then I can apply those to the prefab. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, cool. So I can go both ways. I can bring the changes. I can bring the settings from the prefab into the scene, and I can take the scene and put them into the prefab. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. Or use the overrides at the top to apply all changes to the prefab. The overrides at the top. I'll figure it out. Next to select and open. What am I missing? There's something obvious I'm missing. I just don't know what it is. Oh, select and open. Overrides. Revert all, apply all. Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So I think that, okay, but I do want to deal with the box collider. I think the box collider can be better. So let's go to the prefab. No, let's edit it in the scene because I think it's easier to edit in the scene than it is to edit the prefab and bring the changes back. So let's edit in the scene. Okay, so I can click this button. Oh, okay, okay. So let's see. All righty. Okay, okay. So can I do that? I can. That's going to change. That's going to move the collider. No. Then what is the... Okay, I mean, I guess that's something. It would be nice if I could use the controls up at the top on this, but I'll take what I can get. The kids there, I live near a school, and then on the weekends they have like soccer games. But today, for the first time, I saw flag football. I was like, oh, that looks like fun. Okay, let me see. And that's flag American football, like real football, Matthew. Not that fake football that you guys have. Okay, so let's see. And then, yes, I know. Why is it called football when you barely use your feet? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Why is it called rugby when there's no rug or a bee? Okay, let's see. Okay, how do I... Let's see. Is that... Okay, that's what I was looking for. So... What's this? Okay, yeah. Okay. It would be nice if I could just edit the, like if I could just drag it down a little bit. And cricket, where are the crickets? Yeah, I know, right? Like, where are the crickets? And why is it bowling? Where's the ball? I'm sick and tired. I feel like an old man. All these young kids with their tick grams and snap talks. I don't like it. All right. All right, let's go jump on the boat. Okay, that looks reasonable, right? Like that looks reasonable. Like I would probably want a box collider in the back here, and then maybe one in the front, and I think we can just leave it at that for now. We can always go back and do it. Maybe we'll write a ticket to improve it. Let me add 2 more box colliders just for giggles, so that you can't walk off the boat. Let's see. Okay, so we have that box collider, and now I guess we'll add another box collider. I'm going to add one in the back. I was thinking I probably need to build 4 walls, right? Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that right now. So what I'm going to do then is... Okay, so now, okay, I did change that box collider, so I need to take this, and then I need to do modified, apply to prefab. And I'm assuming it's done. Okay. So let's look. The problem is I want to order from Lido Pizza, but for some reason, I don't. You cannot get Lido Pizza delivered. I don't understand. Even with DoorDash and Uber Eats and all the thousands of food delivery apps, they don't participate in any of them, and I have no idea why. I think that actually looks really good. Call me crazy, but I think that actually looks. Wait, I want to see if the front is in the water. To any extent, it's not even in the water, but I think maybe if I instead no I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna write a ticket. Let's see. I'm gonna write a ticket because that's what tickets are for, so that they can pile up and never get done. So that's what they're for. But you can at least feel good about abandoning the thing and never doing it, because then you can forget about it. Okay, issues. New issue. All right, so this would be more or less. I'll assign it to Matthew, just for giggles. I'm gonna do. It's going to be a, let's see. This actually would be a good first issue and a help wanted, because, obviously I'm going to unassign it to Matthew. It's going to leave it unassigned for now. Is there task here? Documentation, enhancement, invalid, question, refactor, task. I don't like that their labels and types seem to be somewhat of a duplicate fields, but is what it is. Okay. Enhance. Improve box colliders, box collision in the boat 1 asset. Currently there is only a single box collider on the boat, which means the player can walk through the walls of the boat and into the water. Ideally, there would be, all right, Matthew, ideally there would be box colliders all around to make the boat feel more solid. Okay. And then, so we have that, easy, and done. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm going to check this code in. All right, so we got the boat prefab, we have the boat CS, and then game Unity changes, and this is on a floating boat. Okay, added floating boat. Now, do we want to add driving? Ooh. How could we add? Okay, let's see. Okay. So you would press E to drive and then run. Okay. I think driving is going to have to come later because driving is going to have to come later. And I know Matthew's not there. So I'm going to put this. Can I record? Driving is going to have to come later because I'm thinking the controls for driving, you could use W and I guess ASD, but there's no easy way to basically say, hey, ignore W for moving the player. Or maybe there is. All right, I got to think about that. Or is there? Huh. How could we do that? Okay, let me ask AI about this. Okay. Okay. I've got, let me ask AI in a window so people can see. All right, so we're going to come over here, going to go over there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I've got the boat floating well enough. Now I want to add driving. The way I see it working is that you will click E when hovering over the steering wheel. And from there, your view will change a little. And then WASD will control the movement of the boat as it makes sense. Let me know what you think. Okay. Let me see. All right, AI is thinking because I think, I think the way you win the game is you get on the boat and then you just drive away. Now, the boat is right here next to town. Ultimately, the boat is going to be like on the other side of the map, and then maybe we'll even have like, maybe another boat on one of these islands out here. But I think for now, a good goal, because the next thing on the to-do list is to make the game winnable. It's in issues. So if I go over here to do, make the game winnable. So I think to make the game winnable, we just have the player gets in the boat and then they drive off the map. And then when you get to the edge of the map, it fades out and then you get the end game screen. Oh, excuse me. So let's start. And honestly, I think just driving the boat around the map would be kind of fun. And I think I have a good idea of how it might work, but I want to see what AI says. Let's see what AI said. Okay, let me pin this. Oh, the AI is still thinking? It's still thinking? Is it getting ready to give me code? Come on. Oh, there I am. What a handsome guy I am. What do I want to order to eat? Let this be a group effort. Uber Eats. Oh, you're going to see my address. I don't care so much about that. Okay, whoa. Well, this is a lot. And it didn't tell me anything. Add boat driver to the same game object as your rigid body and boat float. Okay. Create a propulsor point at the prop location near the bottom, near the stern, and assign prop point. Create an empty pilot camera anchor near the helm and assign pilot anchor cam. Aim it slightly forward. Put boat pilot station on the steering wheel object. Assign its boat and boat driver on the hull. Interplay, look at the wheel, press E, WSAD drive, space, add brakes, drag, E again to exit piloting. I'm a little skeptical that this is just going to work. But, I mean, honestly, the boat float worked pretty damn well. So, okay, let's do it. So we're going to have a boatdriver.cs. All right. So we're going to come over here. Okay. Easy. Easy. Create monoscript behavior. Okay. All right. We'll fill it in a minute. Let's just go ahead and fill it in now. So copy that. All right. So boat driver. All right, come on. I feel so lazy. I have like today I'm forcing myself to take a rest day from running, and I'm so scared of like putting on weight again. So I'm like, all right, well then I will just see how long I can go without eating, right? Because I want to be I need to be in a caloric I want to be in a calorie deficit, and since I'm not running today, I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to see how long, like I said, I'm going to see how long I can go without eating. And it's about 24 hours. Now, that's not complete not eating. Like I had some potato chips earlier, and I think I might have had potato chips last night before bed. Oh, I had some toast. I did have like 2 pieces of toast before bed last night. So it's not an actual fast, but it's pretty, I would say it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Like, and that's the thing. Like every time I've ever had to fast with a colonoscopy, it's always been like, it sucks because you're hungry, but you always feel very cleansed. Like that's the only way I can put it is cleansed. You feel pure. Like there's a certain purity about having fast. And then especially after you clean yourself out, and you know what I'm talking about. It's not like you actually doing the act other than sitting in the toilet. But once you get everything out of you, and so you have nothing in your stomach, nothing in your colon, nothing in your small intestine, you feel cleansed. It's nice. Okay, so boatdriver.cs. All right. So Matthew says, is the boat flying yet? We're working on it now. Oh yeah, same. Gym versus food ratio wasn't great. Tried cutting food, ended up eating more. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like your body is refreshed. It's so nice. Like, have you ever had a colonoscopy? Oh, just wait. You're in for a treat when you get older. Let me see. All right. And then the second script here is boat pilot station. Boat pilot station.cs. Okay. All right. So we'll come over here, create another monoscript. Come on. Come on. Create mono behavior script. All right. So boat pilot station. And then I should have probably copied it a minute ago. Copy code. Copy. Okay. And then we're just going to plop it right in there. Come on, Unity. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, my God. Finally. Okay, boat pilot station. Put that in there. Put that there. Perfect. Okay. So, now I am concerned because this is going to use WASD. And I'm pretty sure WASD right now is like hardwired to control player movement. And part of what I have in the backlog, in the like immediate backlog, is refactor the HUD cursor management system. Well, actually, that doesn't have anything to do with the input system. So it would probably need to have some type of like input. Well, I do have an input manager, don't I? But it's, yeah, I do have an input manager, but it's a terrible name. It actually should be like, it should be called something else, like HUD manager maybe. But anyway, so I am curious to see what happens. So let's just follow the instructions. Okay, wait, it's boat pilot station, and then what was the other one? It was boat pilot station and boat driver.cs. Boat driver. All right, so there's boat driver, there's boat pilot station. I'm going to pin those, and then I'm going to do close all but pinned. All right. Matthew says, I've just realized what will happen when the boat moves. Is everything going to stay still? Or what, the player just sits still or something like that? Like like the fact that you're saying that has me a little concerned that like maybe like the boat's going to go forward, but I'm going to stay still, or something like that. Is that what's going to happen? Oh, or is it because there's no box? Because there's no box collider, the boat's going to go forward and I'm going to slide off the back? Might that happen? Oh, no. Well, I guess we'll just get there and see. Okay, so let's see. AI says, okay. So we've added these scripts. Add boat driver to the same game object as your rigid body and boat float. Okay, so boat driver. And we'll worry about the prefab and all of that after the fact. Famous last words. Oh my God! Why? Okay. So boat. Okay, so boat, and then boat driver. Okay. Got lots of stuff here. Create an empty propulsor point at the prop location near the stern and assign it to propulsor point. Okay, so wait, let me see. Didn't we look at the anatomy of the boat? I'm assuming stern is the back, but that doesn't sound right for some reason. It is. Okay, so stern is the back. Okay, so propulsor point. So create empty propulsor point. And then, okay, so create it near the stern. Actually, I probably should, oh man. There are certain things, like I do kind of feel like this needs to be done on the prefab. Okay, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to send this back to the prefab. Apply to prefab. Okay, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to modify the prefab. Okay, so it does have the boat driver script. Okay, so propulsor point. Create empty propulsor point. And this needs to be towards the back. Yogari Chuhan, who sounds familiar. Why do I know that name? I know that name. I know that name from somewhere. Please, if you haven't already, like like the stream. Press that like button because that helps. That helps that maybe bring more people in. If you haven't done it, please like the stream. And of course, if you haven't done it, subscribe and hit the alert bell because you want to be alerted when I go live. I know you do. Okay, so propulsor point, it's going to be kind of arbitrary right now. It's not going to be, all right, so we can put it back here. So there is no indicator in the back, but we can just kind of put it right there. I wish there was a better way to tell like just where things are. Okay. Oh, see, look, it's not even on the boat. Okay, so put it there. Okay. Okay, this looks good. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. And then it said to assign it to the, okay, near the stern and assign it to propulsor point. So let me see. Propulsor point. Propulsor point. Okay, perfect. 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 Okay, why? What? Okay, can I assign a float point to it? Well, it says it's a transform and I can't drag anything to it. But properties. It has a transform right there. I didn't think that would work, but I figure I'd give it a shot. Okay, what am I missing here? I'm not able to... Oh, unlock the inspector. I did lock it, didn't I? You know, it probably would have taken me like a half hour to figure that out, if not longer. It would have taken me a long time. Like if Matthew wasn't here, I probably would have given up, took the dog on a WALK, and like it would have driven me nuts. And honestly, you probably should have let me figure it out, because if I had figured it out on my own, then it would be ingrained in my brain to like, oh, make sure it's locked. Like I suspect Matthew has probably done that before, like maybe early on in his career. You know, you make these silly mistakes and then you'd spend a half hour or like 3 hours and you realize, oh, I just didn't check that box, or oh, I misnamed something, or you know you make these silly mistakes, but then you kind of never do it again, and you learn how to, like, you learn these little things to look for immediately. What's this? If your boyfriend is older than you refer to him as sir. Wait, let me see.
Uncle.
Royalty.
Mr. Babe.
Your Highness.
Daddy.
All right. Okay. All right. So that's the propulsor point. All righty. So then, okay. Create an empty pilot camera anchor near the helm and assign it pilot anchor cam. Aim it slightly forward and down. Okay. So let's add another one. So create empty. Let's see. Let's just stick to the names that AI gives me, so I don't have to think about naming, because naming actually is very difficult. Oh, hi, Muwan. Oh, I think my wife's not in a great mood right now, so he's like up here. He's like, yep, I'm not getting near that mess. Okay, so we want to aim it forward and down. So I guess what we want to do is let's get this here and then up. And remember, we can always change this later. Okay, and then I guess we want to tilt it slightly down. All right, so let's see, slightly down. I mean, I guess that's going to be down for now. That's going to be what we have for now. Okay, whoops. And then we got to kind of just go around in circles to make sure. I probably want to bring it. I feel like it's probably going to show the nose of the boat, which I think is fine actually. But I think once we have the driver mode and all of that working, then we can play with this, with the positioning of it then. Okay, so this would be pilot. Where is it? Pilot, camera, anchor. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Put boat pilot station on the steering wheel object. Luckily, there is a steering wheel object. Okay, so boat pilot station on the steering wheel object. Okay, boat pilot station. This is what he does. He's staring at me because he wants me to take him down. He wants me to do something, and this drives me fucking nuts. And my wife is always like, well, just ignore him. Just ignore him. I'm like, I can't fucking ignore him. Like, I can feel him behind me staring at me. I can feel him. Yeah, you little shit. Okay. I'm going to keep ignoring him. Okay. Okay. Put the boat pilot, assign it to the boat on the boat driver on the hull. Okay. All right. So we have this. And then, oh, wait. Wait, what? Okay. Steering wheel. Wait, what? Oh. I got confused. Okay. So I need to, whoa, no. Go back. I need to drag the steering wheel to steering wheel visual, I'm guessing. Okay. Perfect. Okay. There's no way this is going to be this easy, but who knows? I mean, AI is getting better every day. Interplay. Look at the steering wheel and press E. WSAD drives. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's give it a shot. And I'm taking this little shit downstairs. I'm putting the gate up so he can't come back upstairs. And I'm going to close my door just to be safe. This drives me fucking crazy all fucking day long. But he does it because he knows it works. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm wondering if the steering wheel does not have a... Oh, wait. Okay. Wait. We got an error down here. Oh, shit. I added super fast running because I was sick of like because even the running was it was too slow. So I added super fast running. Okay, let me clear the logs. All right. Oh, they're still going to be here. Okay, I'm pressing E, but nothing is happening. Let me take him downstairs and we'll debug this. Come on. Come on. Pissing me off, dog. Pissing me off. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, well, first of all, this message here, this reduced additional punctual light shadows resolution, blah, blah, blah. It's polluting the logs. It would be nice to get rid of that. Let's see. So I guess it would be under boat pilot station. Actually, probably want it here. Otherwise, it's going to hit the breakpoint every time. Okay. All right. So, well, that's interesting. Did I not set the No. It's on the hull. Enter exit key E. Why isn't that working? It's not even hitting the breakpoint. Okay, well, do I hit the breakpoint? Is it testing? Okay, so that's definitely a problem. Okay, so there's a bigger problem somewhere. Oh, I did this all on the prefab. So it's not here. No, it is. Okay. I'm going to try a good old-fashioned restart. Maybe it was playing before. Maybe I simply didn't restart. I don't know. Quite possible. Would not be the first time. Boat driver isn't assigned. Pilot anchor. What do you mean boat driver is not assigned? Everything looks assigned. All right, let me satisfy my own curiosity. Okay. On steering wheel. Okay. All right. Let's see. Boat. Steering wheel. Ah. Oh. Okay. So I forgot what I want to add to what I want that to be. I guess this. Yes, that. Okay. That's what I want. Okay. All right, Matthew, you win this time. English boy. Okay, let me see. Steering wheel. Okay, let's run it. Oh God. So here's a little tidbit. Here's a little thing. So one of my oldest and best friends is this guy, Stefan. And I've been friends with him for like as long as I've been at my job, like 15 years, actually slightly less, maybe like 14 years. I've known him a long time. And he's from Finland, and he's the whole reason that I've gone to Finland. And he's like the reason I spent like 2 months in Finland in 2024. But one thing about Finland, and I didn't know this, and I would not have known this if I wasn't good friends with him. Finland is obsessed with the Police Academy movies. You know, the ones that were like in the 80s, you know, and I think part 6 they go to Moscow and Police Academy, like they are obsessed. And I remember when I was in Finland, I was really excited because they play a Police Academy movie. Back then, I think it was every Thursday and every Sunday. And so he just sent me this picture. Of and he just simply said, "There, we're back." And it's just a picture of him in his living room watching the Police Academy movies. So I don't know why, but they are obsessed with them. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's still not working. All righty. Let's attach and let's make sure we're even getting into update. Okay, we are getting into update. That's good. Okay, so let's play. Let's go. Hopefully we hit a breakpoint when we press E. Okay. Okay, we're not piloting. Okay, extend a raycast. There's not a collider on the steering wheel? Let's check that. There very well may not be a collider on the steering wheel, which I believe we will need. There isn't. There's no collider on the steering wheel. So I'm guessing that is one of the issues at least. Okay, so let's go to the prefab. Let's go. Let's just add it here. Steering wheel, add component. We're just going to add a box collider. I think that'll be fine for now. We can always improve it later. Famous last words. You know, those things, you know what I'm talking about, Matthew. And you're like, oh yeah, no. And then, yeah, we'll do this and we'll do this. And then later on we can do these other things. And of course you never do those other things. Like rarely do you do those other things. You know, all that tech debt. Oh yeah, no, we'll just tag it as tech debt. And then like tech debt never gets done. Unless it's important, then it gets done. Okay. So let's see. Okay, well, we're not getting any error. Okay, let me attach and let's see what's happening. Okay. Okay, is R is not null. Oh. Hit. Oh, okay. Okay, we hit. We raised tech debt concerns at work for months. No work has been done. No, it never does. Management's not interested in tech debt. Tech debt is something, and well, not always, but tech debt is often something that is only of interest to the developers, right? Like, because, oh, well, we can, you know, because if there's something that needs to be done next week, well, you can do it this way. It's a bit of a hack. And it's like, okay, just do it that way for now. And then we can just log it as tech debt to go back and fix it. And then what happens? The hack ends up going into production and it ends up being in production for 15 years. Like that's just how it works. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I was not paying attention. I think it was here that we skipped over. So let me see. Let's try this again. Okay, so we hit this. Okay, so it's this. So what is this? If hit transform equals transform, or hit transform is child of transform. What is transform? What is this doing? Where's transform getting defined? Transform. This is... Am I losing my mind? Oh, is transform... Oh, transform must be... Okay, so it's a member variable. This is why I fucking hate... This is why you need to put underscores on your variable names for member variables. Looking at this, I'm thinking that's a local variable. Like, and I'm looking at the top and I'm like, well, where the fuck is it declared? And I see nothing. So now I'm like, well, what the hell is going on? No, just put a fucking underscore in front of your variable name so that people can actually read your code. Your code's already shit, so go ahead and add an underscore. It's not going to make it shittier because that's impossible. So just add the fucking underscore. Goes back to my comment about transform being get component under the hood. All right, so this is saying if the transform of the thing you hit is the transform of me, or the transform of the thing you hit is a child of the transform, right? Then go into this block, and we're never getting into that block. So it's having an issue because it's not hitting the steering wheel. Yeah. Well, we have the box collider. Well, let's make sure that it's on the scene view. Now let's just check. Let's start there. Okay, so the steering wheel has the box collider. It would be nice if you could name the components so that I could like name it like Matthew, and then in the breakpoint I could look and see that the property is Matthew. Because I don't know that it's hitting that box collider or another one. There's no, I mean, I guess you can with like the parents and everything. Okay, so let's try that. Well, let's try and understand what it hit. I'm not quite understanding if it hit our box collider. Wait a minute. Is that boat pilot station we were in? Yes, it is boat pilot station. The first condition might be okay. Not sure about the second. Well, the one that I'm highlighting is what is failing. You can debug, print the object the collider is on to determine. I just want to look at hit. So it definitely hit the steering wheel, right? So, well, what is this dot transform then? I guess that would be under base. I guess base again. And I guess base again. And I guess base. Oh, there's transform. So wait a minute. Let's add this to watch. Add to watch. I love that. Is the one thing that I do love about Visual Studio. That simple, that so simple little feature of being able to add a watch and then it's like I think maybe the IDE that JetBrains writes, which I can't remember the name of, Sea Lion. Maybe Sea Lion has it. I'm not sure, but Qt Creator doesn't have it. Visual Studio Code doesn't have it. Okay, so I am hitting. Oh, we're hitting a boat collider. So we're actually not hitting the steering wheel. Ryder does it too. What? Wait, Ryder does what? I lost some context there. Okay, so we're hitting the steering wheel for some reason. No. Oh, god damn it. All right, I got to do this again. I already forgot what I just said. I have no memory. Okay. So hit transform is hitting the boat. And that's the issue. Can watch properties in Writer. Okay. I've completely lost the context. I'm not. Yeah. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's completely mine. I can't do two things at once anymore. Well, I never really could, but I can do it even worse now. Okay, so it's like the collider. Okay, so hit transform is the boat. So if I crouch and look up, yeah. Oh no, it's still. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's colliding with the boat. It's not colliding with the steering wheel for some reason. Huh. Okay. So let me see. I mean, there's the collider right there. Box collider. It's plain as day. It's detecting both. As far as I can tell, it's only detecting the boat. As far as I can tell, it's not detecting the steering wheel. Let's try it again. Right? Because this is... Okay, this is just declaring the raycast, and then we send the raycast out, and we get a hit. Yeah. And then we're basically making sure we hit ourselves. So there's the box collider right there. Size, center, material, is trigger. Okay, let me see. Same thing. That is strange. And actually, am I inside the boat collider or something like that? You see what I mean? Like, am I... No, because the boat collider is down here. So I'm definitely not like... Oh, wait. I mean, the boat collider needs to be fixed a little bit, right? But we definitely should not be hitting it. So out of curiosity, add a rigid body to the steering wheel. Uncheck use gravity. Okay, so let's see. Steering wheel. Add component. Rigid body. Uncheck use gravity. Use gravity. Okay. All right, let's see. See if that helps. Watch this work perfectly. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we come over here, come over here. There we go. Okay. But it worked. It worked. It worked. Of course, the steering wheel is a little, but the steering wheel's not moving with the boat, but it worked. So I guess you need a rigid body in order to have a collider be effective. I guess. Okay. So, but let's see if we can drive. Maybe the steering wheel stays back, but whatever. Okay. Okay, I probably should have so we're still failing somewhere. I see this underscore player. Is player ever set? What? This looks like bad code. Right? So let me see. Adding a rigid body basically tells Unity physics. This object should respond to physics stuff, including raycasts. So how do we fix this, right? You see the steering wheel? It's kind of just like floating. How do we fix that? But I think AI wrote some bad code because this player is going to be null, I think is the issue here. Locals, this. Oh, player's not null. But it's never set. Or is it set there? I guess it's set there. Okay, so that's not the issue. Distance is 2.37. Okay, so we should begin piloting. Boat underscore begin piloting. Okay, so let's step into this. Oh, get player root. Attempts to find the logical player route for the main camera. Wouldn't it be easier to just assign my camera? It's like it's going through. Well, first of all, how the fuck does player get set? Well, I guess it has to be going into here. I want to put a breakpoint there to figure that out. But okay, let's just exit out of that, and then let's go into begin piloting, and then I want to put a breakpoint here. Okay. Player root, player camera, disable movement A, disable movement B. If player camera not equal null, okay, it says it's not equal to null, so do that. Okay, so it's saving the original camera, and then that's it. So am I piloting? Let's see. No, I'm still walking around. I am still walking around. All right. Adding a, okay. Yeah, it's taking a scenic route with that method. Yeah, it's really, we'll come back to that though. We'll look at this. See if we ever get into is piloting. Okay, we're attached. Okay, so I think we can safely assume okay. All right. So we're getting into the update for is piloting. So the script definitely thinks we're piloting. Throttle forward key. So let's do this. Let's set some breakpoints in here. And then we can see if we ever get in there. Okay. Okay. So W. No, we don't. Okay, is it because we're not piloting? We never stopped piloting. Is piloting as false though? Okay. So let's look at where is piloting gets set. This is like debugging other people's code. Find all. Okay, so it starts out as false. I guess we can. Okay, so luckily it's never assigned to some like function or something else. It looks like it's only explicitly set to false, and it's coming in here. So, okay, how are we getting into there? So let's actually start over. We'll attach, and now we'll run. AI is trained off existing code, so yeah, quite literally. Yeah. Okay. So it is doing this some weird way, but all right. Okay, so we're not hitting in there. Okay, not yet. So we got to go to the boat. Go to the boat. Jump. And then press E. We've begun piloting. And now we've already ended piloting. Where's my stack trace? Call stack. How did we get here? Oh my God. I think what's happening, I guess what's happening, yeah, this is a bug in the AI. So I guess since the enter and the exit, since you enter into piloting and you exit through the E key, I press E to enter into piloting, and then it immediately, this update method, I'm guessing what's happening is it still registers the E key as down when we get in here. So what we can do, I guess it's all done in one update. Here's a question I guess Matthew might know the answer to. How is the order of the updates determined? Is it by the hierarchy? Do parents get called, or do the children updates get called before the parent, or the parents before the children? So in a hierarchical structure, how is there a deterministic order in which the update methods are called? That's what I'd like to know. I think what I'm going to do, just for giggles, I'm going to comment that out, see if it works. It's driving me a little nuts. Okay. I think it's based on instantiation. So hierarchy top down. I double check though. All right. KS says hi. Hello, KS. How are you, good sir, ma'am, madam, gentleman, gentlewoman, congressman, congresswoman? How are you, KS? All right, so let's go in here. Let's try this. Okay, so we go in and I mean, it's not perfect. We know that it's not perfect, but are we continuously re-entering? I wonder if that is the case. But it's a start, right? Like, I'm fine. And I'm hanging in there. I'm a little hungry. I'm on a 24-hour fast. It's not quite a proper fast. It's I've had light snacks. Like I had some chips, and then last night I had some toast. And then I'm waiting until 4 o'clock, and I'm going to order a big meal. I'm thinking it's either going to be pizza or maybe a steak and cheese with fries. Let me know what you think I should order. I'm not saying I'm going to order it. Just let me know what you think I should order. Okay. So let's see. Okay, let's look. Okay, there's a couple of things to do here, right? Like, begin piloting. So we go through this. Is piloting equals true? I'm wondering if maybe the child gets called first. Well, wait, where's boat driver? Boat pilot station. Boat driver is on the parent. And then, so it's the steering wheel that calls. So I'm thinking the child gets called first because the steering wheel is what calls begin piloting or begin driving, right? So the steering wheel calls begin driving. The E key has been registered down for that update. And now the parent is going to get called. It kind of makes sense that update for the children would be called before the parent, or does it? I don't know. Actually, I could see that either way. But the only reason I say it makes sense is because when you're deleting, you're definitely deleting the children before you're deleting the parent. So for whatever reason, in my mind, that's where I'm like, oh, I think maybe it makes sense to have the child call update first. Oh, no specific order unless you specify with script execution order for the class. Okay. KS says, make a recursive update. Oh, steak and cheese every day. You've sold me, man. You've sold me. I'm getting a steak and cheese. I'm doing it. I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking love it. All right. So we could do it with script execution order. We could have, how would I want to do that? Begin. I would want to have the parent called first and then the child, right? Because you have the parent, it's the parent update that is exiting us out of driving. So you don't want the parent update to know that the E key is pressed at that time. So you want the parent to update. So the check, it's already done. It's finished checking and it has seen that E has been pressed, but it's not in any state to handle the E. Then the child gets called and now it says, oh, E is depressed. It has been pressed. So I need to begin piloting. I'm curious to see if that works. I want to see if that works. Okay. So what did I just say? The boat needs to get called first. So, and I think I've screwed myself because maybe I haven't. I was going to say maybe I think I've screwed myself because I've gotten the prefab and the scene object, but I'm just going to copy everything to the prefab once we figure this out. Okay. So the parent should be called first. So that would be boat pilot station, or was it boat driver? No. It's boat driver. Oh, wait, I need to look on here. Okay, boat driver. Okay. So how do I is it up here? Require. Okay, so is it script? Or I remember seeing it somewhere. Let me see. Execution. This is default execution order. No. Let me look up order. Is it default? I thought it was script execution order. I'm instead of checking online, I'm actually you could add a countdown in a bowl. I was thinking that, but it's hacky. And that can also, the reason it would be easy enough to add like a flag to be like, is this the first time after you've been, like that kind of thing? Like, yeah. But I have found that doing those kind of like flags that you only need to know so you can execute something once, I have just through like experience, I try to shy away from that pattern, because when you start like, you do it and it works fine, but then 3 months down the road, you're adding something else, and now like those errors become very difficult to debug unless you remember that you have done this, or it's readily readable in your code. If those two things, like if neither of those things is true, it can be difficult to kind of find, like you can get yourself into a state where it just becomes difficult to debug and figure out what's going wrong. So that's why I try to avoid them if I can. Like there's like in C++ in the boost library, is it a class or a function? I can't remember. I think it's a class, but you can define like run once. And then I think there's even a run X times or something like that. And it's a very nice pattern where it's very easy to just kind of like, I'm going on a tangent, but because I don't really remember how it works, run once and boost, but it's for these types of cases. So I think here, maybe we just define the execution order. I wonder if the script one is for method specifically, not tried. Okay, so let's see. Okay. In Unity, how do I define the order of object update method? No, this isn't what I wanted. There's literally a compiler flag. I remember seeing it. And then when Matthew said it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Am I making this up? Maybe I'm making this up. In which case Matthew's making it up too. Rock. In Unity, isn't there an attribute you can use to define the order of execution of update methods? If so, give me an example. KS, use a for loop to go through all the parent or child nodes and recursively keep doing the update. No, this is for Unity, where like I don't have to do that. That's kind of like that's all handled for me. God damn it! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh God, no! I think I got poison ivy. Oh my God, I got poison ivy. This is what I get for running in the woods. So I see what you're saying, KS, and that's, I mean, like what you're saying makes perfect sense if you are defining the structure yourself, right? Like if you're the one that's responsible for actually explicitly calling the update methods. This is in Unity where we're not explicitly calling the update methods. Instead, you just define the update method and then the Unity engine decides when those update methods get called. And so there are cases where you need that fine-grained control in order to say, well, I need this update called before this update or whatever it is. And then so that's what I'm looking at here. So this script will execute its update method first. Order -100, order 100. Okay, so let me go back to this because I have no memory. We want the parent to be called first. That's the boat driver script. So it needs to be a lower value. Okay, easy. So it needs to be a lower value. Let's do 100. Let's do 10. And then we will do steering wheel, boat pilot station, and then this will be 1,000, right? I'm just curious to see if this fixes it. Because if so, then it proves what I've already known all along, and that is that I'm a genius. And this is just more evidence to that fact. That's all this is. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so let's attach it. Where is the exit? Exit into piloting. Okay, I still have that breakpoint. Good. Okay, all right, Unity. Why is Unity getting slow? Like now it's just gotten slower and slower. I mean, I guess you would expect that as a project grows, but I still feel like this is a all things considered, I still feel that this is a pretty small project right now. What did I do? Matthew says he thinks it's the terrain. Here's a question. Is there another way? So Unity did all that shit when I changed those files, right? See if you've changed a file and then it kind of does its own like Unity recompile. Is there any way to force that? Right? Like right now I would like to do it again. And I'm just wondering, like, is there any way? I don't even know what it'd be called. Like recompile, I guess. But how? Is there any way to do that? KS says, if I already know Java and plain C#, will Unity still feel hard? I don't think so. So this is yes, Matthew, recompile the source code. So this is my first game, right? Like, and I've done this speech a lot. But since you're new here, KS, I'll give it again real quick. Like I've been programming a long time, probably longer than you've been alive. I'm old, right? So I've been programming for a very long time. I've been programming professionally for a very long time, but it's always been like back-end server development, application development, like none of this web. I've never done web development professionally because I'm not a woman. So I've done like mostly like C++, although I did work in C# way back in the day and such stuff like that. So I have a lot of experience programming. I have a lot of foundational knowledge. And so Unity, I mean, like, I don't find it particularly, I don't want to say it's not challenging because it is challenging, but I think I definitely have a leg up since I have a strong programming background. And so therefore once you learn kind of the basics, like how like how the object system works and how like the update system, and like once you learn those basics, I think it's actually, I don't want to say easy, but I don't think it's as scary as it is when you first like load up Unity and you're like, WTF, what do I do? So I'm not going to, but yeah. So Matthew, how would I recompile? Edit preferences, external tools, regenerate project files. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like what I'm looking for. I can't believe I have poison ivy. Oh my God. I got to tell somebody. All right. So, okay. So I typed here. Okay. So we can do this. Okay. I think I can get rid of that breakpoint. I don't need that one. Okay. So we'll go over here. Okay. So we're going to press E. And we do not want the breakpoint for the end piloting. Let's see what happens. Ready? That's begin piloting. I'm a fucking genius. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. So we still obviously have some work to do. Like there's no question about that. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So let's see. We're going to okay. I'm going to let's see if the boat actually moved from where I don't know. Oh, the boat did move. But the player did not. And neither did the steering wheel. All right. There's still stuff to do. Matthew says, I sometimes like to delete most of the project files and let Unity recompile the entire thing. All I keep are Git files, assets, packages, and settings. I could see that. There's a lot of abstraction in Unity. That's what I'll need to understand well, right? It's like when I used OpenGL in Java, it took me a whole month to understand every class and method. You don't need to understand every class and method. And like it's been a long time, but I have used OpenGL before. And even in OpenGL, I don't think you need to understand every class and method. You need to know the basics, but I would not go into it with an attitude of, I need to know all the classes and methods before I can start a project. No, not at all. Honestly, the best way to learn is to do. Your first project might be shit. Look at this. This thing is obvious shit, but I'm happy with it. I'm proud of it. I like working on it. It's fun. I don't care. If it's shit, it's shit. But don't think you need to be a master of the API and libraries and dependencies before you can start working on something. Just start working on it. I mean, like that's what my surgeon told me. He's like, fuck all that school. Forget that. You just start working on it. Yeah, you're going to lose a few patients in the meantime, but whatever. That's the price you pay for learning. Matthew says 100%. Yep, 100%. No, but seriously, like, just do it. Just do. And honestly, I feel like with this personally speaking, I mean, there's a lot that could be improved in this project, but I don't think it's bad. But again, I come from a strong object-oriented background, so I think I kind of have a leg up on some things, but okay. All right. So the player's sitting still. I think that's probably one thing. Okay. So I want to be able to, I think the first thing I want to check out is we can't look around now. I want to be able to look around as we're driving. I'm hoping that's probably just pretty easy to undo. Right? Because I did see some stuff like disable this. Let me see. And begin piloting, I guess it would be. Disable movement. Would this be it? Like the first person controller, I'm guessing that would be. All right, let me ask AI. I'm thinking maybe I just comment out one of these, but I'm not sure. But the important thing, let's order some food. We're going to order some food. I'm going to order from a place called Santini's. And yes, my address is on the screen. So don't, if you want to send me money, go ahead. Santini's. That's the only, I would prefer to get a Lido pizza, steak and cheese, but they don't fucking deliver. Even with DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever, they don't deliver. Okay, steak and cheese. Boom, baby. And the best part about this is because of one of my credit cards, I get $50 a month of free Uber Eats. So, but I've already used some of it. So I think I only have like 15 left, but whatever. Okay. I always forget what fries. I'm going to add the sand. Oh my God. There's like, are there pictures? I want to know what the different fries are. Santini's. I want to see pictures of the fries website. Oh, and then there was something I did want to do from Matthew. Do I have? I do have FileZilla. Okay, that's not good. Move. Okay. I think. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna have to do this later. I wanted to FTP to the Tommy Tudor, or I'm sorry, the Tommy Tucson website and see if I could get you an installer. Is it dogfinger.com? Dogfinder. Dogfinger.com. Dogfinder. Let me see. I really should update this and add this game to this website because it's actually like a game I'm actually working on. Downloads. Let me see if I commented something out. That's interesting. Where would it be? No. Yeah, I'll have to do that later when I'm on a different computer or I have the FTP stuff. I'm surprised I don't have the FTP credentials on this computer, but whatever. Yeah, I'll have to do that later. I made this little 2D game in Java using Swing. It wasn't great, but it was my first project. I even added an XML file to save and load the game. It took me about 3 weeks, but honestly was nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like that's awesome. I mean, and you know, so one of the reasons that like I started this like doing these streams of the game is because I don't know, it helps me stay focused. But I like showing what I'm doing also. Like, you know, there's like, you can take pride in that. So I think maybe you should like, you know, make a video about your 2D game and maybe if it's like in a playable state, put it up somewhere. Put it up somewhere for people to download. All right, so let me order food, and then we're going to work on the camera. So let's see. Oh, wait, I wanted to look at the fries. Okay, so where are the fries? Let me see. And KS, most importantly, if you haven't already, be sure to click the like button on this stream and subscribe to the channel. That is a surefire way to video game success. It's proven. It's proven. Look at Matthew. Like Matthew hadn't written a single line of code, and then he starts watching me. Now he has like 3 games on Steam. Like, so that's proof in the pudding right there. Okay, is it going to be under side stuff? Okay, well, I don't have any. Oh, come on! I want some pictures. Steak fries. No. Boardwalk fries. Let me see. Boardwalk fries. Just want a picture. Maybe. What else do we have? We have Santini fries, which I think are the skinny one. The curly fries. I think I'm going to go... I'm going to go with the boardwalk fries. I kind of want to do onion rings, but the problem is like I get sick of onion rings after like 2 or 3 onion rings. But you know what? Then I'll just eat less. Okay. Onion rings. Perfect. All right. I know. Isn't this really interesting, guys? Like you're watching me order food. It's pretty awesome. Okay. So, okay. Add-ons. Extra meat. No, no. Okay. Where do I add like onions and shit? Like where? Okay. Add fries or a side item. Got that. Okay. Choice of removal. I don't want to remove any. Oh, wait. I don't. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes. Like tomatoes are okay, but if I do want the 12-inch sub. Add-ons. What if I want extra cheese? I'm sorry. What if I want extra onions? WTF? That's it? I can't. I want to add extra onions. I'm so angry. I don't want the curly fries. I want the boardwalk fries. But I want extra fucking onions. KS says, one cool thing I learned while making the game is singletons. Oh my God. Razman was here earlier. I wish he was here right now. It's awesome not having to create instances yourself just in case your class saves so much time, and I subscribe. Thank you. So singletons are a long-running joke here. There's a regular viewer named Razman who is everything is a single to him. Everything is a singleton to him. Oh, every opportunity to write code is an opportunity to create a singleton. Singletons are good when used correctly. The problem is that they can be abused, and they can lead. My one thing I have found with singletons and why I try to avoid them is they are difficult to test. They can be difficult to test because when you write like a unit test for a singleton, you end up by writing a singleton, you will inadvertently end up creating lots of dependencies for that singleton. And so now you suddenly have to bring all these other things in order to test the singleton. Now for things like configuration, yeah, singleton's probably fine. Or as long as you're just like doing your serialization into actual object settings outside of the singleton, then configuration's probably fine. Input manager and maybe like even display manager. Yeah, display manager, it's a tricky one. Like input manager actually too is another tricky one. So I don't know. I mean, I understand. Like if you're, I suspect you might be new to programming, new within like, let's say less than 5 years experience. That's what I mean by new. And I would think that like a lot of new programmers, a lot of young developers, and I don't necessarily mean young by age, but young by experience. Like a lot of young developers, it's kind of like with global variables, right? They like discover a global variable and it's like, well, I'll just make everything a global variable. And then you end up through experience, you learn why you don't do that. I told somebody that I have poison ivy, and she's like, well, just cut it down. And I'm like, no, I can't cut my leg off. I'm going to take a picture and send it. Oh, my leg does not look good. Okay. Back to trying to order. I literally cannot specify extra onion, extra mayonnaise. I'm going to look for a different steak and cheese. Like the Santini, it's a good steak and cheese, but it's not the best. So I'm willing to try other things. I'm willing to like embrace new experiences. Let's try. No. Steak and cheese. Steak and cheese sub. Manhattan pizza? Firehouse Subs is good. Firehouse Subs is good. But if I'm going to get Firehouse Subs, I might get a meatball pizza instead. I don't even see steak and cheese on here. Hot specialty subs. Firehouse steak and cheese. All right, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll go ahead and do the steak and cheese sub from Firehouse. I do like a good Firehouse sub. But can I add... Okay, we're going to do white bread. No pickle. I fucking hate pickles. Okay, we're going to do all of this. All of this. Deli mustard? No, get out of here with your deli mustard. I'm not a big fan of peppers on steak and cheese, but I'm going to stick with it. Okay, make it a combo. Sauteed mushrooms do sound good. I like sauteed mushrooms. Cheddar. Pepper jack. No, I don't want a pepper jack. Swiss. Provolone. All right. Okay, wait. Produce. Choose up to 8. I want onion. I want lettuce. I think that's all I really want. Oh, wait, do they not have fries here? Why is this so difficult? And a 7 to 8 inch. I want a large. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry boy. Oh, man. Why is this so difficult? I'm just going to be hungry. I'm just going to go hungry. I'll tell you, though. The best steak and cheese is like in an office park, and you have those delis that are only open like 8 or like from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday because they're just there for the office workers. Those places, they have, hands down, they have the best steak and cheese subs. Love those steak and cheese subs. Pardon my cheesesteak? Okay, I'm intrigued. But it's only got 3.9 stars. That's not very good. I'm just going to go with Santini's. I can add mayonnaise to it myself. And yeah. Steak and cheese. We're going to go with the boardwalk fries. Unfortunately, I won't be able to add... I mean, I do have onion. I could cut up onion. Okay, I'm going to make it a 12 inch. Okay. I think that's good. You see how expensive it is to order from Uber Eats? All right, I'm going to do the payment off screen. I'll do that off screen. All right, let me see. Oh, god damn it. I know this is really interesting, guys. I know that you guys are just loving this. All right. Skip. Man, $31. Jesus Christ. I'm thinking of the food I have downstairs. Nope. Yep. Nope. The price got me. Nope. I've got a frozen pizza downstairs. I'm going to put that in. KS says, I still use instant methods. Yeah, you have to. The JVM creates one method for all instances. A common mistake is thinking there's one method per instance. I use my singleton to make sure there's just one instance, not 1,000. Object-oriented programming is great. I also use structs, but unfortunately in Java, there aren't any. So I can't pass values directly. I still have references. What, $31 for a sandwich? $31 for a sandwich, yeah. Even when money isn't an issue, it just feels like a scam. Absolutely. Like I can afford $31. Like, I mean, yeah, no, look at me, Mr. Bucks over here, $31, but for fuck's sakes. So the only problem is I'm going to have, okay. Just calm down. Just calm down for a minute. Let's focus. I'm getting hangry though. That's the issue. I'm getting hangry. You know what I could do? I could get the frozen pizza started, and then I have like a little tiny awful like cardboard tiny frozen pizza that I could microwave. I could microwave that and eat that while the frozen pizza's cooking. Just a thought. It's just a thought. Okay. This is kind of working, but has issues. First, when in driving mode, I cannot use the mouse to look around. It's as though you are fixing, it's as though the code is fixing the view. How can I make sure that I'm still able to look around, but W will take me forward according to the front of the boat and not the direction in which I am looking? All right, let's see what it says. I got to wash my hands because I've been scratching my leg with this poison ivy, and now I'm touching my face, and I'm going to have it all over, and it's going to be like, oh, God, it's going to be terrible. And, like, the thing is like, when I get a mosquito bite, like, I can't just ignore it. Like, I will scratch a mosquito bite until it bleeds because I would sooner deal with the pain of scratching it to the extent that it bleeds as opposed to dealing with the annoying with the annoyance of the itch. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing. Okay. So this is boat driver. It's just pasting me a bunch of code. Let's see what I'm sure it's just going to tell me to replace this with what I have already. Okay. Oh my God, this is a lot of code. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and so it wants me to change both scripts. And it literally just pasted me the code. I think I have some instruction on this project to be like, give me succinct answers. No diddle daddling. Just give me the code. Just give me the code. Okay, let's actually go ahead. We're not going to commit this code. We're just going to push it. Or I'm sorry, we're going to stage it. And that's kind of like it's like a soft commit. And then now what we can do is we can simply, okay, so I only hate C# for not having enums like Java. Well, I don't know what the enums are like in Java. Like, I avoid Java like the plague. Like, but how are Java enums and C# enums different? How are they different? I'm curious now. Okay, so enums in Java are full-fledged classes, just like in C++. They're type safe. Are they not in C#? I guess you can... What is it? Is eliding? The type elision? I always hated that word. I can never pronounce it. I guess they can, like, they become... That's weird. Java enums offer strong type safety. I guess C# they just can be ints or whatever. Built-in method. Java enums automatically inherit methods like values, value of, ordinal. Okay, I guess that's kind of nice. Implementation of interfaces. Java enums can implement interfaces, allowing them to share Okay, Java. All right, you get a point there. That's pretty cool. If an enum can kind of like be a class, like enums. And that's the weird thing. Like in C++, like they just, I think it was in C++. I don't know if it was C++ 11 when they added class enums or if it was in, but they're not full-fledged classes in C++. But they have class-like behavior in C++. Okay, C#, name numeric constants. Enums are primarily a way to assign meaningful names to a set of underlying integer values. Well, yeah. I feel almost like Java should just like get rid of enums and just be like, just use classes. Limited functionality, flag enums, and then casting. Okay, so I will say, though, that the implementation of interfaces sounds kind of cool, but then again, it's just like, well, just use a class. Nah. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay, does Java have reflection? Like that was one of the major selling points to me about C# when I started using it long ago, was the reflection support. I imagine since Java compiles to a JVM that it has reflection, since it's kind of not easy but easy to do. But does Java have reflection? I don't think I've stood up since I started. Okay, let's try this, and then I'm going to go downstairs and make some food for a little bit. What is reflection? Reflection is like being able to get, so you see here how I, like this is named disable movement. So like reflection is a way to be able, like a very, very simple use case. A better use case would be, see how this is in pilot, where like I could do like string s equals end piloting. And then I could do, I don't know what the syntax is offhand, but I could do like v invoke method s, right? Or in piloting. So you can refer to, you can kind of think of it as like referring to variables and functions and classes by the name of them, by putting the name in variables. Like that's kind of one way to think of it, but that's reflection. Is being able, I'm sure there's a better, like a more concise and succinct definition that I'm, instead of what I'm butchering now. But just think about it as being able to like kind of like get the names of classes, like yeah, like this. Like I think this is a good example right there. Like being able to do var.invoke method in piloting, and then it will call this method, and you don't have to do any like. You don't have to put the methods like in a map or do any if statements. It's like, it's all handled for you. Like the system, it knows how to find it. That's reflection. It's about basically being able to reflect names of things in your program in the program. What? Oh my God, that's cool, but also hard at the same time. There's no switch, no if. You don't need one. That's the thing. You don't need one. Like, because think about it. When your code is being compiled, the tools that are doing the compilation, they know the names. They know the names of all the functions. They know the names of all the variables. Like another way you could think about it is like, you could do something like for each, and I'm making these class names up. This is just illustration. You could do like for class name, I don't know, type T in type of cat class, okay? And then again, I'm just making this up. So what I'm doing here is I'm poorly like name. So what this might do is with reflection, this will look at the class called cat class, and it will print out all of the methods of cat class. That's reflection, right? Or it will print out all of the methods of function, same thing. Or to print out all the member variable names. It'll print all of that out, and you don't have to do anything. You just say, here's a class, print out all the function names of that class. That's reflection. I assume Java has reflection. Okay. All right. Stay focused, Daddy. Stay focused. Matthew's left. He's not here anymore. Okay, let me see. All right, so we got that here. Easy. And then boat driver is here. Easy. All right. Okay. And then now let's let Unity do its thing. I use toString generally to print everything, but toString's not going to be, you're not going to be able to iterate over all the functions of a class. How would you do that? You can't do that unless you use reflection. All right. Okay, did Unity finish? Okay. Oh dear. But these might be old error messages. From 1605? No, they're not old. Oh, they're not old. Oh, wait. No, it's compiling something now. Oh, it's getting warm. Can you use my variable in Java? Yeah, I wonder if you can. All right. Let's see what happens. This doesn't look promising, but maybe I was misled. Oh my God. This is so slow. It's like I'm running this on a 486. Come on. Yeah, I'm getting lots of errors down here. Let's just see what happens. Let's just go for it. Just go for it. Yeah, it didn't even work. It's like it's foobarred right now. All right, let me bring. Now wait a minute. Okay. Hopefully that unfoobars everything. But it didn't. It makes me nervous. Okay, wait. What was that? What was that thing you told me earlier, Matthew? It was like edit something to recompile. Where did it go? Okay, I'm looking through. Okay, edit preferences, external tools. Okay, edit preferences. External tools, regenerate project files. There we go. This is, oh man, did I foobar my foobar? All right, fellas, I'm reaching my breaking point with hunger. So I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream. All right, I kind of want to see if this works first. What I really like about C# though is async wait. Yeah, those are nice. Back in my day, we didn't have any of these fancy async and waits. If you wanted to do multi-threading, you did it the old-fashioned way. Oh man, I foobarred my foobar. God damn it. Fuck. We had like a kind of working state. Okay, so I just got to go back to the old. Okay. Don't panic. It's good. This is boat driver. Don't panic, Addy. Do not panic. Okay? I said don't panic. Just stop. There's no need to panic. Okay, boat pilot station. Okay, got this here. Okay, easy. Okay, Unity's doing its thing. The boo has been farred. I know. Oh man, I'm so hungry. Yeah, I'm going to make that pizza. That's what I'm going to do. All right. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. see if this works. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's running the back end, baby. Running the back end. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, hopefully it at least kind of works. Remember, we had it in a kind of working state. I should have just committed that. I was like, oh yeah, no, I could just stage and then just, I don't need to commit. No. I should have fucking committed it. Oh, come on, Unity, I gotta pee. Not only do I gotta pee, but I'm hungry and I'm getting hangry. I'm getting seriously hangry over here. All right. Here we go. All right, let's just... Fuck! What did we break? Okay, well, how did boat become a child of player starting point? I don't know that that would break anything, but I'm going to undo that. Okay. Okay, boat pilot station looks good. Okay, that looks good. Let me go back here and just look again. Okay, that looks good. What the F? We have our points. All right, we're just gonna have to debug. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Just calm down, Addie. Just calm down. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just close to it. Let's put this here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead. Oh, we're already attached. Could that have had anything to do with it? I don't know. It feels like not, but okay. Why did it, Matthew? This is your fault for not telling me to commit. This is your fault. This falls squarely on your shoulders and yours alone. This boat it's been pushed, but I didn't, for whatever fucking reason, when we had it. Remember, it was like working in it was like very broken, but it was like at least the boat was moving. For some reason, I didn't commit that. God damn it. This is why you commit and commit often. Oh, and then we're already getting errors down here. Okay. That's why we're debugging. Yeah, KS says 100% Matthew's fault. I assume, yes, absolutely. Okay. All right, so we come in here. We got this. Okay, so this is begin piloting. Okay, all of this looks good. So let's look at end piloting and see if we're just getting to that like right away, right? We'll go here. And then let's just play. Okay, so we are getting to end piloting right away. Is this... Oh, okay. All right. It's the default... Okay, the default execution order. Okay, so we want the parent to run first, and that's boat driver. We want to run first, which means it needs to be a lower number, which means the other one, boat pilot station, can be like 10. And then that should do it. That, right? %, Matthew's fault. Absolutely his fault. Fucking Englishman. Goddamn English. All right. And the thing about that 30 some odd dollars for the steak and cheese is if I went there, it would be like $16. As a matter of fact, maybe that's what I'll do. There's this Latino place not that far from my house, and but it's like $16 for just the steak and cheese. I don't know if it's steak and cheese and fries. All right. Okay. All right. And then I'm pushing W, and then I'm going to look at the scene view to see if the boat moved. I'm pretty sure it has. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see. I'm holding W down so I can see the boat because the boat's going away. Okay. And then if I look at the scene view, then, there's the player in the steering wheel. And then the boat's like, bye. And you're like, bye. Okay. All right. So it's broken, but it's kind of working. Like you can see where we're going with it. So let me stage and commit this. This is Matthew's. If this is Matthew's fault that I didn't commit this earlier. All right, so this is on the branch, in case you're curious. This is on the branch Floating Boat 1. All right, boys. Well, it has been fun, KS. It has been a pleasure talking with you and meeting you. I hope to see you back here. Normally, I am on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. I don't know where you're located, but that's normally when I'm on. On the weekends, I kind of just do streams whenever I feel like, which means I might be back in a couple of hours after I eat and after I'm not so cranky. I don't know. If my wife is in a better mood, I might hang out with her later on. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. You know how women get sometimes, like, some days you just like want to kind of like just be far away. But yep. So I might be back later. If not, I might be back tomorrow. If not, I will be here Monday at 7 p.m. Hope to see you around, and